On it. On it.
What kind of game?
Right.
Well, can I get on top of it?
No. Because I don't want you in here.
No.
Oh, hello, I'm streaming. In Jackadig. Say that you're welcome.
Fuck this shit.
So cousin.
Jackadig.
Say that you're welcome.
Fuck this shit.
So cousin.
Are you straight?
Say that you're welcome. Yeah. BK. Say that you're welcome. BK. Yo, hello, watching, thank you. Say that you're welcome. I'm just looking up vegan YouTube videos on how to go to. Oh. Oh, hello. I'm streaming on there.
What the? How you doing that shit?
What?
Doing that?
This?
No.
This?
Pink.
Huh? Welcome. Hey, is this frozen? No. Oh, the way that you welcome on.
Fuck.
So cousin.
You know what on live?
Yeah, I am.
The button store.
No.
No,
TS TSMP.
Dig.
TSMC.
What is that? Can I help you with that? Maybe after I get them playing?
Maybe.
Game's up.
My belly.
It's just flawless, isn't it?
I think so. Yeah.
I mean, I literally couldn't imagine a more...
God, what the hell?
Hi, I'm TSMC, and I'm here to teach you.
Oh my god. put in every block.
You still alive?
Huh?
You still alive?
Mm-hmm.
Why was you playing that then? Put it on mute.
Hang on. You're welcome.
What the hell? You just gotta remember this game. Oh fuck, what the hell did I do that?
Hey, what's up YouTube? In this video, I'll be showing you what some may call the ultimate modern. See the interior for this build. I would suggest making it to the end of the video. As you can see, I have planned out the interior just to show you guys how much space you're going to be dealing with. And of course, I'll show you the little hidden underground room that is very, very enticing. Very, very enticing. I'll show you all of that at the end of the video if you guys want to stick around and hang in there for that long. But without any further ado, let's get started. Here is a list of all of the materials that you are...
Okay. Quartz, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Okay, so quartz block, quartz slab. Okay, so I got the slabs right there. Oh my gosh. What? What is that noise, Zoe? You hate it?
No. Yes.
But can I get a... Can I?
I don't know how to do that, okay?
Hey, oh god, my armpit's stinky. You want to smell?
Yeah.
Yeah. Oh, you're nasty.
I said, yeah, it's not mine. It's bad.
Sorry. But you're welcome. Taco leaves, flowers, flowers. I say that you're welcome. I'm gonna need 10 water buckets.
Are going to need, and the amount of those materials as well. That's very, very important to note, so please make sure that you have all of that stuff and enough of it. The space required to build this house is a 23 block by a 24 block area, almost a perfect square. If you like, you can make this grid in your world. It will help you out with the build, but isn't necessary at all. And once you have all of that sorted out, I'd encourage you to pause the video, gather everything you need, maybe even make the grid, maybe even plan out the space. Once you have all that sorted out, we can begin building. My favourite part! So, the first step to this build is coming to the back left-hand corner of the grid. If you've not made the grid, it's not a big deal because we're almost ready to start. Count inwards diagonally towards the centre by 1, and this is the starting position. Place 3 black concrete coming up from this spot. 1, 2, 3. Extend that third block towards the front of the build by 15. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15. Extend that 15th block down to the ground. And then extend right by 11. This is the 15th block, not the block on the ground. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11. You can feel free to place that block down on the ground. However, we then want to continue going back from that 11th block by 9. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, and 9. To which you can then extend that block down to the ground if you so choose, but then extend that 9th block to the right by 6. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. And then you can extend that block down to the ground if you so choose, but you are also going to want to go backwards from that block as well. And we don't have to connect anything down to the ground here, but you just want to go back from it by about 3. 1, 2, 3. That's all you have to do. But then we're going to come back towards the front again, and I want you to place a row of block of quartz that comes outwards diagonally from this row on the ground. It will look like 1, 2, 3. Just outwards diagonally in front of that row to the right. I want you to place 2 quartz stairs going right at that bottom block of quartz. Place a block of quartz, extend it upwards by 2, 1, 2, and extend the entire row of this backwards by 8. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. And when I said the entire row, I mean literally all 3 rows of block of quartz extend back. We are then going to extend this block of quartz right here. I'm sure that you guys can see the one. It's just 1 row inwards. This block of quartz here, I want you to place a black concrete. I want you to extend it up by 2, 1, 2, and extend that second block all the way over to the right. All the way over. It should connect back to where we first started, which is very, very important to us. Trust me. Once we've done that, we now have to add some dividing rows. So, I want you to take the black concrete block right here at the bottom left side, and I want you to place 2 glass going right of this block. 1, 2. Place a black concrete, 2 glass. Black concrete, 2 glass. Black concrete, 2 glass. Black concrete, 4 quartz stairs, 1, 2, 3, 4. Black concrete, 2 glass. Now that's a very simple pattern.
Huh?
We're also going to extend the black.
Bruh.
Yeah, baby. Again.
That's weird.
Concrete upwards to connect to the frame, and we're going to take the glass and the quartz stairs, and we are going
Ooh.
to raise them upwards. If you feel as though that you wouldn't like this many windows, feel free to cover some. It's completely up to you.
Oh, I think I know.
I also want you to place a row of block of quartz coming outwards from the back right corner of the build. It is equal in height to the black concrete. We can then extend a row of quartz slabs connecting the 2 rows of quartz blocks together, just like this. if we want to decorate the back of the house a little bit, we can extend the area where we have the stairs. We can extend it outwards, just at the bottom, one row towards us, using some black concrete, and then we can place jungle leaves either side. In an ideal world, I would also have something like dirt or grass. If you're in creative mode, grass is better. If you're not in creative mode, then I'd use some dirt or whatever. And you can place some poppies in between the two rows of black concrete. So something like this would look quite good on the back of the house. But now that we have done the back of the house, we now want to turn our attention to the left side of the house, which is actually the side of the house that we started on.
Stupid!
On this
It's
side of
freaking
the
right.
house, starting from the black concrete at the bottom, I want you to repeat this pattern, and it's a simple pattern to repeat. Place 2 glass, 1 black concrete, 2 glass, black concrete, 2 glass, black concrete, 2 glass, black concrete, 2 glass. Very, very simple. You extend that to
Ah! You're welcome. What are you doing, Ross?
Right, and once again, if you don't want as many windows, don't have them. It's as easy as that. Although modern houses, they do look nice with a lot of windows. Some of them anyway. This one does, in my opinion. Feel free to cover some in, add some extra additional quartz block work. It's completely up to you, but the end result should look very much like this. I want you to use a row of quartz slab and extend this back row of quartz block forwards until it's hanging off of the front of the build by 1 row. We're then going to flip to the front of the build, and we are going to add some additional details here to ourselves. So, starting from the bottom here, where we have this black concrete, I want you to place 2 blue glass going right. 1, 2. Then a black concrete. Then we're going to place a block of quartz. Then we're going to place 2 black concrete, block of quartz, black concrete, 2 glass. And you can raise all of those.
Oh my gosh, bro. I don't even know what is going on, bro. I literally feel like I messed this up. You're welcome. Jump. What do I wear? Only told you 12 times. Birds listen to the bad time. We were sitting
to hit the frame, including the blue glass. So not
What are you doing? You lost, don't you? That's it.
Quartz block, but also
Why would
the
you play
blue glass
it?
coming up to the top, like this. And we are going to extend those blocks of quartz 1 row towards us, like this, each of them. Raise them up so they're as high as the frame. Place quartz slab connecting them together on the left. Leave them.
Quality writing makes your schoolwork better and helps you stand out in the process. Meet Grammarly, the digital writing assistant.
Them alone in the middle and place a row of quartz slab going right, just like that. So now that we have this shape, I want to show you how to make the pool. So we want to take this block specifically, this block of quartz right here, and I want you to extend it to the right by 9 using your quartz slabs. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, just like that. Extend that 9th block towards you by 1. Dig out 2 blocks coming towards you, leave them alone, place 2 more quartz slabs, and then extend the quartz slabs left, and then inwards. They want to connect to the opposite side of the waterfall very much, like this. I'm going to place quartz. Now out those 2 blocks and never filled them in. And to dig out the entire waterfall pool, and I am going to lay some quartz blocks in there. So that means knocking out the sides, that means knocking out the base. And that means complete.
Oh, I only needed one. I'm so stupid. Chalky milk back bang go away. But now my sister be for having chalky milk makes bang go away.
Refilling them with it moment just so that it blends together nicely. That's the entire idea here. Whoops. So block of quartz here. I'm going to place block of quartz here as well. Down in the ground, replace these 2 blocks as well, just to make it look all nice and clean. And I'm also going to just get the water back out again. I wish that I would have never have gotten out the grass blocks. And place a couple of water there at the top, and I'll also fill the pool in. The pool might not seem like a big deal, but it really is like a cool part of this house. It really pulls things together a little bit. It pulls things together, some might say. Puns. Anyway, once you have done this, we did make a slight boo-boo. Don't worry about it, right? Okay, it wasn't your fault. Although, I mean, you know, we both made this mistake together. So what we're going to do is we're going to take this quartz slab here, and we're going to wrap it round and connect to the stairs that we have on the right side of the building. So that all joins together, which is fantastic. However, the row of black concrete here and the row of glass, we want to extend backwards. So I want you to knock out the black concrete, and I want you to add another row of glass. So add another row of black concrete and glass behind, and destroy those rows, just like that, right? So you have something which should look like that. Give the glass something to grip onto as well. So now you have a small alcove here. Doesn't seem like a big deal, but it's kind of cool to place hedge here, just on the side of the pool, just like that, right? Very, very small detail, guys. I mean, it's very tiny. But it's how I made it originally, and I don't want to deviate from the plan. You guys get the idea. So, what else do we have to do around here? Well, we've got an entrance to add, which is kind of interesting. So, the entrance is going to be, literally, pretty much, exactly right here, next to the black concretes. We're going to place a row of block of quartz that leads up from the ground. It's not going to connect exactly. Going to leave a gap of 2 and place another row of block of quartz like this. This will allow us to place double doors behind these 2 rows. The only thing is, it looks a bit weird with double doors not connecting to anything, or does it? I mean, it kind of looks fine just like that, to be honest with you, but we want to have a double entrance here. We're going to place some black concrete coming up from the ground here, which will allow us to have a double window. We also want to have a double window here as well, so divide the area to a 2, 2, 2. Should be quite easy to do. Also rhymed.
me to do? Alright, I don't really care.
We're going to be placing some glass in between, and we should have quite a nice entrance. So this is kind of like a really nice entrance area, right?
Oh, I'm stupid. Put this in my brain. I'm in the game in my phone brain.
Dad, can you open the door?
What door?
That door right there.
Why?
Just leave it open. Leave it open. Maybe shut it.
Bro!
And here, got the nice flowing water. Everything's fine and dandy. Well, what else do we want to do? Well, we want to connect the entrance using black concrete in the ground to this window that we have here, the middle of it. We want to dig into the ground and we want to place a row of black concrete that kind of leads from the entrance to this window. It's also important that we also dig out the right side of the window and we place a row of black concrete like this. I also want to have a row of black concrete that leads just from the left of the entrance, probably about here or so, just around. I'm going to dig out some black concrete here that's going to dig around, and it's just going to sit next to the pool, like this, right? So something like that should look good. I also want some black lines on the other side of the pool here. We're
Hang on, sir. Oh, I'm so stupid.
Peace. I go that night. I'll go back.
But you're welcome. Put it into your vein. I'm my friend.
Typically like leaving these two rows alone. I want to also have a hedge as well. The hedge is going to come all the way from the back of the build here, and it's going to come all the way up front. So just like that, right? And I also want to have a pathway that leads from those stairs over there all the way to the end of, or the entrance really, to the start of the build. So I want to have a series of paths. This is pretty much what I'm getting at here. I want a series of paths.
Amazing how exclusive they're freaking are.
Hey,
Well,
Ross?
he could have won it at the free throw line.
Turn on good burger.
He had where's the remote to drop to?
I'll get that.
Oh, won't you go to that and get it?
Am I still streaming?
What?
Oh, I never knew.
I'm sitting right here. No,
This one path leads from the entrance to the second floor. An additional path here just leads us directly to the pool. An additional path here will lead us right to the entrance of the house. So just a couple of rows of blocks of quartz like that, right?
I don't know why.
I also want to have a couple of rows of blocks of quartz leading down here, sort of. We don't want to use quartz, we actually want to use stairs, because this is where the underground area is. And the way to make the underground area is we have to dig. And I can't dig very far as this is a super flat world, but you have to dig about 3 rows underneath. Right where this bedrock is.
there it is. I can grab it.
For me, because again, I'm on a super flat world. I can only go so far, but it's kind of the perfect height as well. I'm just going to dig a few rows down, like this. We'll be able to walk down the stairs onto the bedrock. And then we can dig underneath the house, and we can have a nice little bunker. I'm going to place some black concrete just underneath these windows like this. I also want to dig left and right of the stairs, like so, because I think...
Can you not turn it like up all the way?
Yeah, that one.
The walls, I might make the walls black.
Good burger.
What is it?
Good burger. Here, I will find it. It's right there. Here. Yeah.
Underneath the ground. There's no real reason for the rationality.
Not turn it up all the way.
I'm putting that 25.
4.
No, 5.
Other than the fact that I think it just kind of goes with the colour scheme. But like, you've kind of got to decide how big the underground part of your house is going to be. So like, you want to come about 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 rows in, and then maybe what? Maybe like 4 rows this way. So like, you knock out 1 row, then 2, and 3. Maybe 3 or 4 rows, something like that, you know? And then you would delete the walls, like this, and you'd make them the colour that you would like. I'm going for black. I think black's quite a nice colour for this, because, again, it just goes with the colour scheme of the house. It's going to be black and white down here. The ceiling, which is currently dirt, right? You would replace that with some quartz block. We're currently digging into the base of the We're currently digging into the base of the house. Like if you come 1 row upwards, or come on, 1 level upwards, like we're directly underneath the house.
Don't sell me it, please.
I want to stay here with you.
We love you, Ed.
Come with us, man. Fly, Ed. Fly.
Oh my gosh, I hate this, bro.
He's a dick, she's a dick, cause we're all dicks. Hey, I'm a dick. He's a dick, she's a dick, cause we're all dicks. Hey, Alfalfa, would you please take my order?
Ooh, sorry, no can do. I'm the drive-thru guy. You need that counter guy. Hey, where's Ed?
Wait.
If you want to dig deeper, you can go further out, because you don't rely on the floor of the house to act as a ceiling. So if you wanted to, you could go deeper. Here's what happens if you go deeper on a super flat world. This is underneath the world. You can't place any blocks down here, so unfortunately I can't show you what it would be like to go even deeper in what have you, but you guys get the picture. I'm sure that you've made like underground bases and stuff before, and if not, feel free to check out some of my tutorials, quickly plug those, but underground bases, the further down you go, the less you have to worry about what is above your heads. So, again, just to lay this out, go deeper if you don't want to be at the mercy of the amount of space that you have directly above you inside the house. But if you're on a super flat like me and you just like building these and you're building a city and stuff and you just want some basements, then, you know, this is about as big as I'm going to make it. But you can see we're reflooring you could make it the entire area of the underground of the house. But that is how you would make a full underground area. And
Watch out! Baby coming through!
There's a chapel in Kansas, standing on the exact center of the lower 48. It never closes. All are more than welcome to come meet here in the middle. It's no secret. The middle has been a hard place.
And you could have a set of double doors that leads right underneath, make it nice and obvious, or you can have people explore it and find it out for themselves. I'm going to place some flowers just left of the entrance here, just on the grass area. I'm going to have flowers here as well. If you want to use something else as decoration, feel free, but flowers wherever there's grass is always fine. And I'm just going to flower up the entire area around here. You could use different flowers. Poppies are my favourites, hence why I like using them. You can do whatever you like. We're going to place a little bit more here, and we're actually not going to be needing water again, so I don't so mind that I grabbed the grass earlier. We can just destroy these, grab some grab some more flowers, chuck it in. So you can see we've got quite a nice entrance area for the house. Now we've got quite a lot of the complicated part. The next thing that we're going to do, now that we have done a lot of the ground level, is we are going to put a floor on this house. Okay? So we need a floor to kind of like make the next part easier. I'm going to connect this black area here to the back using some quartz block, and I'm simply going to fill the entire second floor in using block of quartz. You can use whatever material you would like. The reason that I have went with block of quartz is very simple. It contrasts really nicely against the black. That's pretty much all there is to it. Black and white are some of the...
Hallelujah. Summer vacation, summer vacation. Brother? My hurry is that it's now officially summer vacation, and yet I'm still looking at you. You're a busy student. I used to take you to the test done first, and you would concentrate so hard, I thought you were asleep. Next time, make it more challenging. That's what we're talking about. Challenges, potential, using your mind. So I'm worried about you. I'm worried about you too.
Best colours that go together because they contrast so very well and they look so nice whilst doing it. Pretty much everything goes with black, pretty much everything goes with white. White more so than black really, because white is just like a complete absence of colour, whereas if you put two dark colours together with the black, it doesn't go quite as well, but you guys get the idea. You kind of want to make it any sort of colour you like, but black and white really go well together. And we're going to add another strip of quartz block here, just on the left, and we're also going to add 2 more rows of stairs leading up from the garden area coming towards the back. That's all we have to do, so you can see, oh, and we also just have to place just an additional block of quartz in here, and you can see how the base level of this house has been made. It's kind of like a nice little house all by itself, really, you know, without adding anything else to it. So, now that we have done that, however, we are going to be adding more details. Grab yourself the black concrete and come towards the back left corner of the house. This is where it always comes back to. And I want you to raise up this back corner here, 3 rows using your black concrete. 1, 2, 3. As you look down below the house, I want you to move forwards, and I want you to locate this black concrete here. And I want you to place 3 black concrete coming up from this block. 1, 2, 3. Connect it together to the back. I want you to have the same vertical rows of black on this side of the house as you do down below. And I also want you to
explain things to parents, like summer vacation. The key word there is vacation. See what I'm saying?
it's going to differ from the bottom a little bit. Connect the rows of black concrete together at the bottom and fill the remaining area. In using some glass paint, like that. On the front of the build, I want you to take the top of this black concrete row, and I want you to place 3 black concrete going right. 1, 2, 3. And connect down. Also connect at the bottom. I want you to place some block of quartz to the right of this. I want you to extend that block of quartz forwards by a row. I want you to place quartz stairs going right of the original row of block of quartz. I want you to place 1, 2, place a block of quartz, extend that forwards, make it as high as the row on the left, just like that. And I also want you to place black concrete going right of the back row here. 1, 2, 3, just like that. And we're going to place, coming backwards from this black concrete, I want you to place 3 black concrete. 1, 2, 3. Connect down. 3 more. 1, 2, 3. Connect down. 3 more. 1, 2, 3. Connect down. And then we're going to extend to the right by 3. 1, 2, 3. Connect down. And once more. 1, 2, 3. And we're going to connect down. I now want you to extend towards the back by, you guessed it, 1, 2, 3. Connect down. And then on the back, what we're pretty much going to do is copy what we have down below us. So for instance, on the back you can see we have a row of black concrete here. Extend up and connect. You can connect the entire top together on the back really, and then simply add the individual rows of black concrete. You'll see that on the back in particular you've got that row of 4 in between the rows of 2. I want you to fill in, well, better yet actually, I want you to, beginning from the right side here, place a row of black concrete at the bottoms of all of these individual rows, except the row of 4 like this. So, like on the right side, for instance, some glass pane in there. At the back, we're going to place glass pane on top of the rows of black concrete here. We're going to join the row of 4 together using quartz stairs and connect it upwards, just to vary it between the bottom part of the house. On the left side here we've already completed it, but we have a small window to fill in on the front, which is going to be made out of blue stained glass paint, and on the right side here we do have a few more to add it to. On this right side, for variance, we're going to place some quartz stairs just in this front panel. We're going to connect all of the rest of them together, except for this one on the right. This is going to be an entrance, the only way that you can get into the second floor, and then we're going to glass paint the rest of it. Feel free to reconfigure the house. If you want the entrance to be here on the right, for example, feel free. I like it here because it's a little bit unexpected, and you can see all of the entrances as you look around the house, which is really, really cool. I really like that. Okay, what do we want to do next? Well, we are going to make the rest of the house. We're going to build up a little bit more. And again, it always comes back to this back corner block, doesn't it? So, what are we doing back here? So, on top of this back corner black concrete, I want you to add 3 more. 1, 2, 3. This is the final floor. I want you to locate this black concrete row here. So like we're coming in another row. And I want you to 1, 2, 3, extend it up by that many, 3. Connect it to the back. On the back of the house, we'll do the back of the house a little bit first, just because why not? On the back of the house, I want you to come all the way over to the left and extend this corner. 1, 2, 3. And you can connect it all the way over to the right there. I want you to add the same rows of black concrete that you have down below, upwards. So, simply adding these same divinations, or dividations rather. I want you to also fill in the areas the same way as you
Dang,
did. So
brother.
we're going to place the quartz stairs in that particular section, but we're going to fill in the other sections. We're going to add another row of black concrete at the bottom, exposing only 2 blocks just above, and we'll have all of those windows added in just like that. And then on this side, the side that we did earlier, we're going to have the same sort of thing where you want to have the same dividations and then the same black concrete at the bottom with the glass added in as well. So divide it the same way and add the row, add some glass in there. It's great. We'll add all of the block of quartz necessary a little bit later. As a matter of fact, do you know what might be easier is to make a floor in here now. So, I want you to place 2 rows of block of quartz, right? Coming backwards from these 2 rows of block of quartz that you have with the stairs in between. So it'll look like 1 row, 2 rows, like that. And then we're going to place 2 more rows of stairs. This will allow us to reach the top. And then we're going to fill the top of this in using a block of quartz. So this is going to create a floor. The reason that we're doing this now is just because it will make it easier to add the rest of this floor. So we just want to completely fill it in. You can kind of see the process that we're going through right now. So you can see how we're slowly and gradually just adding more and more and more. I want you to take this black concrete block towards the top front of the house and extend it to the right by 3. 1, 2, 3, connect down. What I then want you to do is extend this 3rd block that we just placed, extend it down to the ground. I want you to extend right by 5. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and connect down. I also want you to extend backwards by 1, 2, 3, connect down. Same again, 1, 2, 3, connect down. We're following the same pattern below us. And then extend right, 1, 2, 3, connect down. 1, 2, 3, connect down, connect at the top. So we now have this shape. What we then want to do with this shape is ever so slightly different. So like right in this corner area here, this corner, I want you to place a 2 by 2 square of black concrete right in the middle, just like that. And I actually want you to place the same just at the top here as well. So 2 rows of 2 by 2 black concrete just right in the middle there. Nice and simple. We are also going to place glass pane. Actually, no, we'll place that on the quartz. Once you have done that, I also want you to place some black concrete underneath this part or on top of this area to shorten the gap. I want you to place black concrete at the bottom of this area and this area, and you can place glass pane in all of those remaining areas like this. Then on the left side here where we have this large area, I want you to place block of quartz coming up the 2 inside rows of black concrete with doors in between the quartz. Connect the black concrete area here on the left together, fill it in with black stained glass, and this is the sort of effect that you're looking for. I'm just taking a look now to make sure that we have filled in all of those areas. And whilst this looks a little bit strange at the moment, trust me when I tell you we are going to improve this vastly in just a second. I also want you to fill the roof in just whilst we're doing this now, either with some form of glass.
Wait, you are here, good one. Here? Yeah. Hey, Mr. Bailey, this guy needs a job. Do you have one? No! See ya. Wait. Come on, Mr. Bailey. He really needs one. He can do fries. Otis does fries. Yeah, but look at him. How much longer did he possibly live?
Man, new
some block of quartz. I'm inclined to fill the top of this roof in with black concrete just to kind of show that this is the top ever if you see it up here. But now that we've done that, we are moving on to the final detail. So this is what we've got to do. We have to place a layer of quartz slab that starts from the top of this stairway here. Quartz slab is going to go all the way around the top of the black concrete. It will go literally the entire way around the build. It will kind of divide things up a little bit, and it will just look really cool. Like once it's done, you'll take a look at it and now you can see, doesn't that look so much better? I want you to do the same on the top of the house. I want you to place a row of quartz slab that goes all the way around the top of the house like this. This will really add something to the house. Like it will divide the house up really nicely. Like beforehand, you kind of couldn't see where some parts started and finished, but now you can kind of see how it all goes together like that. It's really cool. There's a couple more things to do though. I want you to add some glass pane around the balcony area here, just to kind of show off that it's a balcony. And I also want you to connect the second level to the third level using some quartz in a few different ways. So like on the end here, on the right, I want you to connect the two quartz slab rows together like this, using some quartz block and some quartz slabs. I also want you to do the same here where we have the main entrance. I want you to have some quartz blocks rows connecting the top to the bottom like that, so you can see on the front and the side. It makes a cool impact with the house. Like it makes the third floor very different from the second floor. That's why we're doing this. And on the back corner as well, we're even going to do it here just to kind of connect things together. Like it's almost as if it separates itself by doing this. Like otherwise it's just kind of almost like a clone of it. But in doing that, it's just enough to really make it like divide itself from the other floors. Or at least that's what I think. If you like, you can add some more green around the house. You can add some green coming across the back a little bit and around this area here, just like where we have those stairs. If you like, you can add a little bit more green here on the left, on the second floor. We're kind of just showing you where the barriers are by adding green in these places, where we don't want people like walking off. A similar thing up here, like a little bit of a green area here, and maybe even a little bit of a flower area here if you're so inclined. Looks quite cool. If you like, you know, something like that. And that's just completely up to you whether you want to do that. You could even, if you want, place some quartz slabs or something around the area if you like. But that takes a bit of black away from the build, and that's something you might not want to do. But that's pretty much, ladies and gentlemen, the entire house complete. I mean, there really isn't too much more to it. We've added pretty much every single detail that you might want to add. The only things that I would do is, this might be best easier done from the inside of the house, is underneath all the windows at the bottom, place some black concrete underneath all the windows, and that'll make it really nice. Add a floor in here down below. Also, of course, get rid of all of the lights and stuff around the house. And ladies and gentlemen, I mean, the whole build's pretty much done at this point. What do I want to show you from this point onwards is I kind of want to walk back to the original version of this house, and that will kind of show you how it's supposed to look. That I would show you the inside. So ladies and gentlemen, this is the house tutorial complete. I think I've showed you how to make absolutely everything. Let me show you a couple of the house and all that fun stuff. So, let's do it. So, here we are back at the original version of the build, and as you can see, it's very, 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 very similar to what we have just made ourselves. Except, this version is nice and furnished. So, let me show you around a little bit. The first thing that I want to show you is the underground base part. So, my underground base has got a couple of mechanical doors so you can just walk in and out freely. And all it is on here is pretty much an enchantment library and an ender chest. Very simple. We've got a nice painting to keep it nice and bright. But the main entrance of the house, this is how you get into the main entrance. Down here we have kind of a survival sort of theme. We've got some a little bit of blacksmithing, some anviling that we can do, some enchanting, some upgrading. We have some crafting. We have a smelting area. The house is divided up in a few different ways. As we walk around the corridors here, you'll be able to see that we have it's kind of like a vast series of corridors, this house. We have a little bit of a storage area. We have a brewing area as well. If we come to towards the end, we have a little bit of an area where we can armor up. Right at the end, we have another ender chest. We can keep some more of our valuables in here. If we come outside of the first floor now, and again, everything's very windy. Everything has to be explored. That's the entire theme of this house. As we come up to the second floor, the only way to get in the second floor is this set of double doors here. Up here we have a bit more of a storage area as well. Many more chests. We keep materials and fun stuff like that. We even have a little bit of a bed at the end of this corridor. And again, if you feel as though you can do better with the interior, I would absolutely bet that you could, and I would encourage it. If you feel as though you can do better, please do, and make it much more your own. As we get to the top floor, we have storage, we have beds, we have storage, a little bit of beds. As we walk through the little outside area, a little bit of balcony, we have access to another ender chest and some armor. It's a bit of a hidden room. You wouldn't access this through any other way. And that's the entire point. There's so many little nooks and crannies through this house that you'll never explore it all unless you really do get in there and have a look around every single corner. But ladies and gentlemen, that is the house complete. I do hope that you have enjoyed this tutorial and the little showcase at the end. If you have, please do remember to hit that like button, as it really helps me and the channel out so much. It's one of the best things that you can do to help the channel out. Feel free to, if you've made it all the way to the end, please.
Really?
How do they do it? Just use more meat.
Oh, poor cows.
Hey, Spats! Hand me a good burger. They sound similar. Come on, what was our take today?
$43.09.
That's it? I suppose I can always feed my mother cat food. Now probably wouldn't be the best time to ask for a raise. No! I'm going home. Night, Mr. Bailey. So, Monique, what you gonna do tonight after you lock up?
I thought I'd go home.
Home? Why?
Well, that's where my stuff is.
It's what I
do. Hey, guys! Want to hang out tonight? I don't know, but hey, Ed, you better be careful. You? Me? I know I saw you before. You're the rollerblading that caused my accident. You're the reason why I owe $1,900. You're the reason my mom found out I was driving without a license. Man, you cost me a fortune. You wrecked my summer, man. You ruined my life. So you don't want to hang out tonight? No, I don't want to hang out with you ever. You think you can get me to a hospital? I think I broke my ass. Come on, Otis. Get out the way. Oh.
Mr. Reed. Hard at work as usual.
I'm having my lunch.
Well, I just got my car back to the body shop and I gotta admit, it is new.
Ain't that you're welcome. Ba 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 ba. Look in the papas.
And I estimate you get about 2.5 months to get me my...
My first film ever was this. Second was right here, but I used something to make. I mean, I out there, and then Bird, my friend, joined me. Dad, he taught me like, and he built that. Didn't he build that? So then I built. See that you're welcome.
I don't want to smell you. I don't want to hang out with you. I don't even want to use
I'ma quit stream. Cause I've been streaming for like an hour now. Well, all I'm gonna say is have a good life and peace out, people.